What's your name and what are you doing professionally?
My name is Winfrey Corey Campbell, and I'm a professional videographer and photographer.
Okay. What led you into this field of interest?
Well, my passion for making people smile and capturing moments led me to this profession.
Um, what was your first unsuccessful project?
My first unsuccessful project was a video I did in college in 2013 for one of my friends, and I realized the lighting was bad, and so I realized the video wasn't all that good, so we never dropped it. But I messed up and I didn't let him know that the video wasn't good enough until like a year later.
Dang. What kind of projects have you produced?
I've produced an amateur script written movie. It was
Okay.
basically about a story of college students that were having affairs amongst each other, and it was
Mm-hmm.
a group of friends. I shot that with my mentor, Mr. Williams, at Fort Valley State, also the college I went to and graduated from this past December. It was a great experience. I got to during that project. That's when I learned that lighting and setup and pre-runs was very important in the filming field. And it's always good, to have open time for major projects that you're doing, and you have to be passionate and have time.
True. Was it successful?
Yes, it was.
How would you measure that?
How would I measure success? The way you measure success with a project is you have to sit down and you have to reflect that I do everything to my best. Was everything done in an organized and timely manner? And were the edits done? You know, was I able to put this on TV? That's what you have to ask yourself to measure your success. And if you don't feel like you get to display yourself or your project on something major, then I feel like you weren't as successful, as you should have been. In my opinion, that's just how I measure success. Am I able to put this on TV?
True. How'd you fund your project?
The specific one I did.
Yeah, with your mentor.
Well, basically, what he did was he bought a Subway and chips, and he told anyone that was an actor or a filmer, that was interested in being a part of the project, we could all come out. He provided food and drinks, and just we really provided dedication and time, and everyone was available to offer, and he offered what he offered, and we just gave in exchange, and we made things happen.
True, true. Um, how'd you budget one of your projects? Like, what did you do to like lay out a budget for it?
Well, for one of my personal projects, as far as my budget works, it's really about just investing in your equipment. Like, you may go on Amazon and buy lights, for a decent price and things like that. The project I did with my mentor, he actually already had equipment, so we didn't have to pay or rent that. So everything was really already there provided for us. We used his camera and his equipment, so it was really like we didn't have to pay for anything, honestly.
Okay. What was like the biggest surprise in making the project?
The biggest surprise was the amount of time it took to keep the camera in a certain frame. Certain time at certain points we couldn't even mess with the focus and things like that. We had to get everything set. The lighting had to be a certain way, and if it got lighter outside through the window or it was coming into nighttime, we had to adjust the lights more. So that was really like the most challenging part of doing a project, just making sure the lighting is staying the same because you don't want to when you're transforming to a different angle or scene, you have to make sure all the lights are the same from each angle that you're doing, especially if you use more than one camera.
Okay. What was the biggest mistake you made?
The biggest mistake I made was thinking I knew everything. it wasn't, I'm a great listener, but sometimes we can go into things thinking that we know it all, but we learn something new every time. That every time I touch my camera, I learn something new. Every shoot I go to is not gonna go perfect, and nothing's perfect at all. And you just have to have an open mindset. So just the only mistake you really can make is thinking that you know it all.
True, true. Um, can you name one person that you met through this project that had a lasting impact on your career now?
Um, Besides my mentor,
It could be your mentor.
yeah, my mentor, Mr. Williams, he just opened my eyes because I was so set in doing things with like the music industry as far as like rap videos and vlogs and performance videos. He opened my eyes to the film world. It was something I was interested in, but I actually was glad to get the opportunity to put my hands into a situation where we're using real actors. I'm, co-director and filmer, with the project. So that was a great experience, and he's also put me in a position to film football games for the school while I was a student. I plan on going back to continue that, and just really opening my eyes to things that are just bigger than just the box that I was in at the time.
Okay. If you had to do it over again, would you do it differently?
Mm, no, I wouldn't. I'd do it the same way.
True,
It's
true,
always good to learn something.
true. Have you ever thought about quitting or deciding to do something else?
Mm, no, but I've thought of quitting working with like in certain situations. I've thought of quitting, but as far as putting my camera down, no. The only point I get frustrated with is you know, being paid for your craft. But if you love something, you'll do it for free. So I don't mind. But it's always good to receive, money. But I'm more so balanced on having success versus having money. Because with success comes that. But the most important thing is you can get paid for your work. But if you're not comfortable or satisfied with your work, the money doesn't mean anything at all.
True, true. And then last question. If there's one thing you would change about just working in video field, what would it be?
The difficulty to find proper employment.
Okay.
I would make the process much easier. It's really a reflection on yourself at the same time, but it's just as far as like employment and looking for that. That would be something I would change with the film industry. I feel like it should be somewhere you can go where you can, express your love for the art and be a part of big things.